this is Andrea, and today is Monday, March 2nd, 2020, and it is very hot outside. I just dropped my son off. It's very hot out in eastern Pennsylvania. I don't know what the temperature is exactly, but I'm sweating in this sweater. And I needed a coat yesterday or the day before or something, so anyway. We had a good weekend. We went to Bahama Breeze on Saturday with some of Bob's previous co-workers and their wives. And I think it was called Taste of Jamaica for dinner. It had pulled pork and jerk chicken and fried plantains, black beans and rice, some kind of greens. I think it just said sauteed greens. It didn't say what the greens were. And then for dessert, I don't know why I ordered this because I don't like the flavor, the pina colada flavor. I don't like beverages and stuff that has pineapple and coconut together. But this dessert sounded good. It was called, I think it was called Coconut Grande. And when I first saw it, I thought it said coconut grenade. It's like served in half of a coconut shell. And it's like, there's like a coconut cake that's cooked in it. And then it has coconut ice cream on top. And then there's just pieces of pineapple around it. So you didn't really have to taste both things at the same time if you didn't want to. It was pretty good. I don't think I'd order it again just because I guess I was in a particular mood to order that. It's not like a flavor I'd normally order, but it was really good. And we didn't end up going to any movies. Yesterday, boy, the sun is really bright. Sorry if I'm in shadow. You know what I look like. Anyway. Yesterday we stayed home and we just stayed home. I played some Pokemon and Bob made homemade soup. He made the broccoli cheddar soup with a little bit of chicken in it. Like we had some leftover chicken, so we diced it up real small and put it in there. And we had this big crusty bread that we got from Lidl. I'm sorry, my throat feels weird. I don't know if I'm gonna lose my voice or something. It just feels, I'm not sick, as far as I know, knock on wood, but my throat just feels weird. Like maybe I talked too much on Saturday, I don't know. But anyway, so after we went to breakfast on Saturday at the diner, because we usually go to breakfast at the diner on Saturday, we stopped at Lidl, L-I-D-L. I call it Lidl, okay? But I asked the lady at the place what it's called, and they said Lidl. And it had good stuff there. They had fresh baked bread. That's where we got the crusty bread. We only got a few things there because we didn't bring a lot of bags or anything, you know. But we want to go back again. They had good prices and they had different stuff than there is at Aldi. I still like Aldi, you know, I like both the places, but it's different. It has a lot more fresh food at it. So, and a lot more meats. It's got the meats. They had good prices on meats, and they had like name brands, like they had Jenny O chicken and stuff like that, or turkey, ground turkey, this kind of thing. First week of March. So what happens if March starts and it's really mild? Doesn't that mean it's going to be terrible at the end? Isn't there something like that in like a lion out like a lamb? So if it's in like a lamb, then it's out like a lion? Or am I just making things up? It could be. I'm going to make something with the pork chops tonight, but I don't know exactly what. I think we have some broccoli left over. I decorated in my planner last night. I did a Star Wars layout. I haven't been putting any, like I don't know if you remember, but last year I would put pictures of my layouts in my Instagram. But this year they've looked terrible. I've just done a terrible job this year. I don't know where my creativity went. Some of them have been like total nightmares. I don't know. I gotta figure out a book to read, I think. I have a Agatha Christie book on my to read pile that I might read. I think it's called Death Comes as the End. I don't think I've read that one before. I might read that. I also have End of Watch by Stephen King, and I don't know if that's part of the that one with the guy that kills people with the cars, or like he did a mystery thing a couple years ago. I think it was called Mr. Mercedes or something. I don't know. Okay, I could be making up the name. I don't know if it's from the same thing, and that's the second book or the third book. I need to find some books I care more about instead of just these books that just happen to be there. What I've been doing is I've been going, I gotta go. This is a whole lot of have to do things. I should write a to-do list from this video. I have to go back and renew my library card because I tried to use it in January online, and it said that my library card was no longer working, and I had used it in October before that, so I didn't understand why it wasn't working. Like, they don't have dates on them anymore that I can see, you know. I don't know if they're like just rebooting the whole system and you have to go in. So renew your library card, even if you don't use the library all the time, because sometimes that determines how much funding they get, is how many people have library cards, you know. But I do use the library. I just mostly use the online part of it. I only go in a few times a year to get real, you know, to get physical books. But like there's online services where you can learn languages, you can borrow books for your Kindle, all this kind of stuff. But when you borrow a book for your Kindle, it only lets you borrow it for 2 weeks, and you can't do an automatic renewal with it. You have to wait for it to be over, and then you have to be willing to make sure you get that book read within 2 weeks. Let's just put it that way. So I don't know if they have any audiobooks though. I mean, they have physical audiobooks, but I don't know if they have like an online service, because I don't usually use the audiobooks. I can't believe how hot it is. This is making me sweat. Come on, let's sweat, baby. I shouldn't be singing. My throat is, yes, I'm wearing my sun-blocking gloves. That say fashion on them because, you know, I'm so cool. Not. No. I forgot to put that foundation on today that's the sunblock, so I put the sunblock on that's this white stuff. And what I did was I put powder over it, because I have a sun-blocking powder too. I feel like these things that you put on your face to keep the sun from bothering it, like, mess with your skin, you know? I mean, I get more acne when I'm using it. I don't know. Whatever. 6 of one, half a dozen of another, right? I guess acne is better than skin cancer. I'm just not one of those people that likes to be messing with my face all the time. Did you ever use those face wipes where you use the face wipe and you wash your makeup off and stuff? doesn't really make my face clean. So when I was using those, I would use that, and then I would rinse out the cloth, and I'd start washing with regular face stuff. And I was like, what's the point of having this? I'm just gonna wash my face anyway, you know. Well, I'm just going off the rails. Going off the rails. What do you think about this? It's like, I don't know, I keep thinking about this stuff with privacy. Not that I'm, you know, like, I don't know if you know about this, but the major phone networks, cell phone carriers in the U.S. were just fined because they've been giving third parties information about where people are located, you know, in real time. And not that I think I'm doing anything that interesting that anybody cares where I am, you know. I'm not even somebody that's worth tracking their shopping habits because I don't shop a lot. But it's like, and what should I say? Because like I get online and I basically tell people a little more than half of my business on these vlogs. I don't say everything, but you know, because some of it's not all my business to speak about. But it's like, we don't have privacy really that much anymore. Honestly, if somebody wants to know where you live, they're going to be able to find where you live, because, I mean, it used to be that your name and address was in a telephone book. Well, now it's on the internet, and they can find you. You know what I mean? And I don't know what I'm trying to say, but how important is privacy anymore? Or how do we define privacy? Should we be defining privacy differently now? You know, like should privacy be like, okay, some things are private and some things aren't, or you should respect somebody's privacy when they're going through stuff. You know, I feel like I'm going off the rails again. But you know what I mean? It's like we're at a time in the world where, like I was saying to my husband, with this thing with the cell phone companies giving away information about where people are. Well, say I decide, okay, I don't want to use a smartphone anymore. I'll just use the old kind, you know, that's just for making calls. The next step, and we might already be there, you know, because phones already listen. They're already listening. Like you could say, okay, name the phone thing. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to turn your phone on or whatever. And like it starts listening to you. Well, it's listening before that. So what if they have software that recognizes people's voices? So say I don't have that kind of phone anymore, but anytime I'm around somebody with one of those phones, it's going to hear my voice and they're going to be like, oh, that's Andrea. Andrea is there. Not that anybody cares where I am in particular, but I'm talking about generally speaking, you know. You know, what if you've got like an important party that you're planning and somebody figures it out because their software is listening to you? I don't know. It's like, I feel like it's important. I feel like these things are important, but at the same time, I feel like, how important are they really, you know? Like, I guess it depends on what it ultimately ends up being used for, you know? Well, I'm home now, and I'm going to go inside, and that's all I have for today. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.